Hey guys, in this lecture we will talk about how to create a garment. So first we will talk about how to use pen tool to create a basic garment, and then I will talk about how to use clipping mask to apply texture, and also we will talk about masking technique, like if you wanna use transparent fabric. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so first of all, let's see. So this is our pen tool. Okay, and we're gonna use our pen tool. Whenever you start drawing with pen tool, make sure you have your path, okay, instead of shape. And also you need to check you have combined shape instead of subtract or exclude overlap. Okay. So make sure you check this combined shapes. Okay. And then we can go here, and now we are drawing. At this time we don't need layers. Okay. We can switch to path. Okay. So I already have some path here. Don't want them. Okay, so let me delete them. Yeah. Now let's create a new path. And this is for my garment. Okay. So give a name, and now I can start drawing. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so now you can see I'm placing points, and now when I go, and here, suppose you don't want this point, this handle. In that case, you can press Alt key and click. Okay, now you can see we have only one handle. Okay, now go here and again click and drag. And I don't want this handle. Okay, and so Alt and click. And now I can go here. And okay, so next thing we wanna do, we wanna edit this path, because you can see here I have straight line, and maybe I wanna move this point. Okay, so I can go to my curvature tool and I can start doing it. Editing this thing. But one thing I wanna mention here, like suppose now you can see I have a path, but in case uh, you don't have your anchor points. Okay, so how you can activate them? You can go here, and there are two options: path selection tool. So path selection tool, like you can select it and you can activate this path. And another, we have direct selection tool. Okay, so direct selection tool also can be used to activate these anchor points, and also we can use this tool to move these anchor points. Okay, so suppose I want to move here, maybe I want to move this handle, or I want to move this anchor point here. Okay, so I can add it with this, and even I can activate my anchor point with this. Okay, but here, like if you see, it's hard to adjust this curve. In that case, I need my curvature tool. Okay, I can go here, and this is my curvature pen tool, and I can go here, and again you can see it's not activated. Okay, so let me again go here and activate my path, and now I can use my curvature. I can go here and can adjust this part, and a little bit here. And I want to move this point. And yeah, one more thing. Suppose you want to delete an anchor point. Okay, so you can click on that point and you can press the delete key. Okay. Here. And again, I need to go this point. So at this point, you can make adjustment. And after doing this, the next step we do, we apply fill color. Okay. So before we apply fill color, there are 2 or 3 things we need to check. The first thing, I can see I'm drawing on another part. So let me delete this. And this is my brush. Okay. So first thing, make sure you have your path. The second thing, make sure you have a new layer. So you can create fill color. Okay. So dress fill. And another thing we need to check our brush. So make sure you have your brush and hard round brush. Okay. So if you don't have, just click on this and go here, and the second brush, hard round brush, usually we use for fill color. Yeah, and now we are ready. And yeah, one more thing, we need to check color. What color you want? So let me take something in purple. And now I have my purple color, I have my brush, I have my hard round brush, and I have my path, I have my layer. Okay, make sure this layer is selected. Now I can go to path and I can click on this because we want to fill color. If you want to outline, then we can go here. Okay, so I want to fill color, click. So now you can see we have our fill color and it looks good. Okay. And next thing we wanna do, let's extend this part. Okay, so we can use our ruffle brushes. Okay, and then we will apply texture. Okay, so let me go to path and let me create a new path and take pen and let's draw. So now you can see, because of this handle, I have the scope. Okay, so let me go back and press and hold Alt key and remove this and come here. And let's finish this. Okay. And let me move this point a little bit. Okay, now it looks fine. And let me go to my brush. I already have hard round brush. If you don't have, make sure you have that. And let me create a new layer, and this is for my ruffle. Okay, one extra layer. This is for the ruffle. Yeah. So let's apply solid color. So again, I want to same color, click, and we have this. Okay. So let me move this a little bit up, okay, because I can see I have a white line here. Yep, there you go. Now let's find our ruffle brushes. So let's go here If you don't have, make sure you download them from Brightspace. And go here. Let me see. I have my ruffle brushes. And I can take any ruffle brush and I can apply it. So let me see which one I can. Yeah, in ruffle brushes, you can see we have some elastic brushes also if you want to use them. Okay, let's try this. Yep. Or I can use this one too. Let's see this one. And yeah, one more thing, make sure you use a lighter version of this color or darker version of this color, otherwise you can't see it. So let me try with the lighter one first and make it smaller and make sure you have a new layer for ruffle. So this is ruffle fill, okay? Or background, okay, ruffle background, and now this is for actual ruffle, okay? And now let me adjust my size. And it looks fine, okay? So one way, like you can create another path, okay, with a simple line here, and then you can apply this ruffle. Or you can go directly here and you can apply it. I need to adjust this a little bit. Yep. And now I need a little bit curve. That's fine. And it looks fine. We can adjust it. If you want to move it down, you can go here and use your arrow. And now I can take my eraser tool and suppose I want to erase this part. Make sure you are on buffer. I can erase this extra part and this side also. I want to delete this. Let me adjust this a little bit. Yep, now I can take my eraser again and let me remove this. And this part. And even if you wanna remove this part, you can do that. So, okay, but make sure you are on the ruffle fill because we are removing the ruffle fill. Okay. So a little bit extra. So much. Yeah, let me go back and just a little bit. Just a little bit. Yeah. Now it looks fine. And now let's talk about the texture. Okay. So for texture, we use clipping mask. Okay. So let's create a new layer and convert it into a clipping mask. Okay. So this is my new layer and this is clipping mask. So it's here. I wanna apply my texture. Okay. So give a name. So this is texture layer. And okay, let me merge my ruffles, okay? And even my dress fill. Okay. So like you can merge from here, or you can select these and press Control E. Right, it's not Control E. So here, let me try it. Okay, select this and now press Shift and Control E. This here. Let me remove the sleeping mask for now. And now press Shift and go here and Control E. There you go. Now let's convert into clipping mask. Okay. So clipping mask we use when we need to apply a texture and we wanna keep this solid color. We don't want any transparency. Okay. So we can use texture here. So let's go to brushes and find a texture. So we already have some brushes, texture brushes. So let's use them. You can find the brushes in fabric textures. Okay. So let's see. We have some knitted options, velveteen, velvet. We go on the top. Okay, let me use this linen maybe. Okay. Or I can go for denim. Yeah, denim will work. And yeah, again, I have the same lighter version. Let's make it more light. Okay. I really want to see the texture. And next thing, I can do, I can go here and I can build this texture here. See, it looks good. Yep. And now we can do our shading. So how we can do, we can use our curves. Okay. So let's go here and create curve. So for shading, we go down and let's click here and press Control I, okay, to invert it. And this is for shading. And we need another curve. And this is for highlight. And again, go here and Control I to invert it. Control. Okay, and Control I. Yep, and this is for highlight. Yep. Now you can take your white color, hard round brush, and make sure you have 100% opacity and flow. Then you can go here and you can start. Okay, one thing I can see, it's going here, okay? So what we can do, we can go to ruffles or like, yeah, this is our dress fill. Okay, we merge the layers, right? That's why we have only one. But you wanna keep them on separate layer, you can keep them. Okay. So go here and let's select pixels. So click on it, right click and select pixels. Yeah. And now if we use this, I mean, we do shading, it will go inside, okay, this area, okay. So let's go fast and do this, and let's do this part, and yeah, of course, we can do a little bit here, and maybe this is a little bit tight from this part, and make it smaller, and make sure you do shadow here, and of course at bottom. Okay, now come to highlight and use same white brush and highlight some areas. So suppose I want to highlight this part, and then of course under just shading, under this shading here, and of course here. So let me make it bigger. This area, okay. So now looks fine, and I can increase feather. So first let's do for highlight. Go here, make sure you select this mask and increase feather. Okay, let's keep this and now go to shading and let's increase feather. Yeah, it looks fine. And now, yeah, if still you want to do shading, you can do at this stage. You can go here and like I can use my brush and maybe I wanna dark this part and add this part maybe. And same thing, you can change highlight, okay? Like you can add more highlights if you want. Yeah, we made a mistake here. Like we need to keep our layers like the ruffle fill and dress fill, okay? Because now I can see our ruffle is merged with this texture, okay? So yeah, or maybe we can do one thing, we can use dark color for ruffle instead of light, okay? So you can make those changes, okay? Because we can hardly see these ruffles here, okay? So most probably for ruffles, we need to use dark color instead of light color, okay? For texture, yeah, in light color looks good. So yeah, so this is the strategy that we use to, yeah, control D to deselect, use to uh, fill a texture. Okay, like we created our clipping mask and we fill texture. But if you wanna fill transparent fabric, in that case, we need to create mask. Okay, but it's not clipping mask, it's layer mask. Okay, so how we can do that? So let me move to another croquis and let me use my pen tool. So whenever we use transparent fabric, first thing we do, we create undergarments. Okay, we can make our base layer transparent and we can use mask to fill transparent fabric. Okay, so let's do it. Let's go to path and let's create undergarments first. Okay, so go here and let me do my undergarments. So again, I'm using my pencil. And now I can go to curvature and I can adjust it. Suppose I'm this part to a little bit here. This part here. And another gap. Okay. Just a little bit. Oops. Okay, so yeah, you can refine it, but I'm making it really quick. And now I need to create the bottom part. So let's go here and all click. And now I can take my curvature and I can adjust it. Suppose I can move this a bit here. And now it's ready and I get the color. Okay. So again, the same steps we need. So first make sure you have your path. So this is for undergarments. And make sure you have a different color and make sure you have hard round brush. It's already here. And I can come here and I need to create a new layer. I want to just so this is for underground. Okay. So now I have this and I can select this. I can go to path and oops, I have a point here. So let me delete that point. Delete. Now I can select it and I can fill color. So click and now you can see I have undergarments and now I can apply transparent fabric. Okay. So one way is I can create a base. Okay. So let me create a base. So this is for dress and let me click here and can to delete this point. And now I can take my curvature. And I can move it here, move it here. And let's move this one a little bit like that. Yep, because this shoulder is up, right? So we're gonna a little bit up and from the side. So let me delete this point and double click for a sharp corner. And I think I'm fine with this. And I can fill color. Let me move this one also. And now I can go to my layers and this is for dress. And my brush, let me change color. Okay, maybe purple. Oh, let's take a different color. Maybe this one. Okay, let's see. And now go to path. And this is for dress fill. And this, let's delete this one. This is extra. Now I can select this. And I have my new layer for dress. And I can go to my brush and I can fill a solid color. Yeah. So now suppose you wanna apply a transparent fabric. Okay, so what we can do first, we need to reduce opacity. Okay, so you can keep it something like that. Okay, and now let's create a new layer, and this is our transparent fabric, and then fabric. And now let's convert this layer into a mask. Okay, so select this and click here. So this is for layer mask, right? Not clipping mask. For clipping mask, we go here and we do this, okay? But we need a layer mask. So this is layer mask. Click, and now you can see we have this. Now go here, and yeah, one more thing. We need to go to dress and select pixels. And now we can fill our transparent fabric here. Okay, so let me find, yeah, make sure again you are on your mask layer. Okay, now let's go here and find a lace fabric. Right, so I'm using this one. Let me see. Yeah, yeah, one more thing. I want to change color. Okay, so you can take a lighter version, or you can go for white or black. Let me see in black. It looks good. Or if you're not doing white, you can do that also. Switch colors, and you can go and you can just fill. In this we have big flowers, so let me change this. I don't know. Let me see this one. Yeah, it will work. So again, go here and let's make brush really big and go really fast. Okay. So now we can see we have our lace fabric here, and it look like it's a transparent. Okay, so oops. And so control V to deselect, and there you go. Okay, so we have this. Another thing we can do, we can draw directly on body. Okay, so how we can do that? So let me hide this for now. And yeah, let me keep my undergarments. Okay, and now let's create a new layer, and this is for dress 2, but I wanna draw directly on body. Okay, I can go here and I can take my brush, make it bigger, and let me choose black color this time. And yeah, so we wanna draw on croquis. Okay, so we need to select pixels here, croquis pixels. Okay, so select these pixels, and now we can draw directly on our croquis. Okay, so let me draw. So I can go here, and maybe I wanna cover hands. Yeah, and I don't know why I have a little bit out here. Let's see. Okay, so I need to be careful at this part. Oops. I'm drawing on my croquis. I don't want to do that. Go back. Okay, so let me go to my dress layer. Okay, I already have my pixels, but I don't want to draw on my copy layer. So now I can go here and I can draw. And now suppose you wanna a like one shoulder, or maybe you want a nice neckline here. So how we can do that? So in that case, you can take your eraser and you can make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And now you can remove this. Yeah. So click, and can you see it's really nice neckline here? Yeah. And maybe you don't want this part. Oops, it's too big. Let me make it smaller. Take this. And let me remove one solder instead of this. So I'm gonna remove this. Yeah. Just this part. Yeah. And now it looks fine. But yeah, I should I see one. Keep this part off. No, maybe I can remove this. And also I don't want this part. So you can take your eraser and you can erase whatever you want to erase. And next thing we wanna do, like here, maybe you don't want this gap, okay? So in that case, you can do one thing. You can deselect your pixels, and now you can use your same brush, black brush, and you can fill this gap like that, okay? And next thing we can do, we can apply our trim, okay? So the one way we can just select our trim. Okay, first let me create a new layer. So this is for trim, trim. Check this and go to brush. And let's find a trim. Suppose I like this one. Let me try. Yep, looks good. Yep, and I need to flip it. I can go here and I can flip it. And now I can apply this. And again, if you want to remove this, you can take your eraser and you can go here and edge. This one. Okay. And another way I can use my pen and I can create this path and I can apply that trim. Okay. So let me go here and maybe I want to create a path for trim. trim. I can go here and I can do this one. So now it looks fine, and I can select this and I can go here, and this is layer for trim to trim to. Let me select my brush, and in this case, I need to flip it again. And now I can apply this. So path, select this path, and like, oops, like this. And yeah, here you can see I have small and big. Okay, so I need to uncheck this option, go to shape dynamics, and make sure you don't have pen pressure. Okay, so remove this, and now I can go back to path and I can apply this. And now you can see we have this, and again you can move it if you want to move it. Like maybe I want to place this here, or maybe I want to make it a little bit smaller. And now let's see. Right, oh yeah, I'm on the bottom here. From here and click. And now I can move it if I wanna move. There you go. So there are two ways we can apply trim. The first thing, like if you have something straight, you can select your trim brush and you can apply directly. And if you have extra, you can erase it. And another way, like we can create a path and then we can apply trim. Okay. So yeah, both ways are fine. So yeah, we created this like with texture, and like you want a solid color. Another we have something transparent. Okay, so now next thing, maybe you wanna move, or you wanna merge this. Yeah, so in that case you can go to top layer and you can press Control Shift Alt E. Okay, and here you can see you have a copy. Okay, and let me turn off everything. Okay, so I'm pressing Alt and I'm clicking, and now I can see just this layer. Okay, so this is the merged version of this. Okay, so in this case I didn't turn off background, so that's why in merge layer I have my background. Okay, but if you wanna export this croquis with garment on your layout page, you can turn off this background layer and then you can do it. So this is the way we can apply different brushes, fabric texture, trim. So I hope you like it and you will create really nice pieces. So yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.